Hello, welcome. Today I'm going to show you guys how to customize your wallpaper and take it from this and change it to this. When you first get an iPad or a phone, you will always have these unnecessary apps. So today you're going to clear your page. There's actually a way to delete apps without deleting them, if that makes sense. And you're just going to click remove from home screen. And you're going to continue to do this with all of them. They'll still be in your search bar, but they won't be on your page. I'm going to teach you guys how to add widgets. These are the little permanent images you can add on your screen to give it more character. Before you actually get these icons, you're going to have to download Widgetsmith. Trust me. Once you go on Widgetsmith, you're going to have a whole bunch of options of widget sizes. So just keep this in mind. Some widgets I created, but I also got some of them off Pinterest. So if you have an aesthetic in mind, this is the best time to just collect images. If not, maybe explore Pinterest a little bit and get some ideas. But this image, as you see on the screen, is actually one of the paintings I've made this year. And I thought it would look really good on my wallpaper, so I'm adding it. And I'm basing all the images I found based off this picture. After I created this, I actually started looking on Pinterest. I wasn't only looking for widgets, but I was also looking for app icons. So it's not just the default, icon that Netflix or Spotify has. Going to want to actually find images, and there's some creators that actually create images for you that you can add, because your overall goal is to be consistent. If you want your aesthetic to be the same for each app. Found one creator, her name was like Mellow-ish or something like that, and that's where I got all my app icons from. I just felt like they all kind of went with the same aesthetic as the painting I made, so that's why I decided to use them. Once you have all of the images that you want, you're gonna go to Widgetsmith, and all the images that you create, you want to base your widgets off the sizing. So of course, if I have an image that's more like a square, you're gonna want to put that one instead of the rectangle widget. Once you figure that out, you're gonna click photos, then you're gonna add it onto the widget. It's pretty self-explanatory. It took me a little bit to, operate it, but I'm just not a very tech-savvy person. They also have a lot of different options for you. If you want to add a little theme, then you can put a time clock on it, or like the weather or something like that. Some of it is free, some of it isn't. But I did everything for free, so you could do some cute stuff as well. Now you're wondering, how do I add my widget to my home screen? So what you're going to want to do is go back to your home screen, hold down on your screen and click the plus sign. Once you get there, you're going to search Widgetsmith, and then you'll have the option to add smaller or big widgets. At this point, you're going to click the little minus sign, and then you will be able to actually edit the widgets. As you can see, I'm holding down, clicking edit widget, and then I'm choosing the ones that are on file. This is why I recommend to actually name them. You don't have to, but it does help when you have a lot of widgets to choose from. And I know I went a little bit fast, so I'm just gonna go over it once more, and I'm gonna screen record. So voila. And you can see I just do the same thing. I click the plus sign, I look up Widgetsmith, there we go. I add a small or large widget depending on what you created on the app. I added all of them at once, all the ones I wanted to use. So after I added the medium one, I added the small one that I created. And once I did that, then I actually clicked the minus sign and I clicked edit, clicked choose, and then I had a series of options. Well, actually only two. And then I did the same for the larger widget as well. I actually ended up going back and making the widget larger because I thought it looked a little small compared to my screen. Just wanted to let you guys know, just in case you noticed that the widget looks bigger, and that's the same process. So I couldn't really find anything on Pinterest, so I actually started customizing my widgets. Again, everything that I'm doing is based off this painting, so I actually just use it as a reference so I can use the same colors in it. And I wanted to create a little bit more widgets. I didn't end up using the brown one. Well, yeah, there's brown in it, but I didn't end up using the blue one because I didn't really like it. But the second one that I created, I ended up using it. I recommend you to do this because it helps you select the right colors. You don't have to go on a very long scavenger hunt. looking for, a reference that matches your colors exactly. Because I'm telling you, me just making these little squares, it took me about 10 minutes. And, as an artist, it feels good to have something on your screen that you can call yours. I decided to add these little, swirls, or I guess they kind of look like flowers. I thought it was a little nice touch, and I still implemented that blue, but it really reminded me of SpongeBob, so I started adding these little V's. I don't know what I was doing. I was just creating some random stuff. It's not that noticeable anyway because it's very small on my screen. And I ended up actually putting a Bible verse on it just so that I can look at it every time I turn on my iPad. I saved the image to my camera roll, and then now I can just easily crop it, put it into Widgetsmith as I showed you guys before, and then it'll be right on my screen. This is so different from my usual content, but I decided that people would probably want to customize their home screens, and it's kind of artistic, so it kind of fits in calamari artist, If you like art in general, or you want to learn how to do art, I highly recommend you following me on all social media platforms because I do tutorials. Anyway, now I'm going to teach you guys how to customize app icons, which is what you've been waiting for. So yes, unfortunately, you're going to have to download another app, and this one is called Shortcuts. Some people already have it on their phones, but I know when I first did it, I didn't. Once you download Shortcuts, you'll be on a main page where you're going to click a plus sign. Then you're going to click Open App. You'll have a whole bunch of apps to choose from. You can either type in the app you want to customize or just select it. I just went in and I typed in Netflix. I clicked on it, and then I clicked on Open App, and then you're going to click Add to Home Screen. And once you click on that, you're going to be able to change the name, flip the switch to the little picture icon, and you'll be able to choose your photo or choose it from files or take a photo. Since you most likely downloaded it from Pinterest, you're gonna click choose photo. Scrolled in my camera roll, and I actually found the image that corresponds to Netflix. As you can see, it's right there. I clicked use, and then after I clicked add to add. Add to add. Look, now it's on your lock screen and it's all aesthetic. Every time you click on the app, you'll get that little notification. There's really no way to get rid of it, but it's all cute now. So then I just started doing the same thing. I got settings on there. I basically used all of the apps that I normally use and the ones that I was able to find a cute icon for on Pinterest. Again, it doesn't really matter that all the apps aren't on the screen. In fact, I'm kind of happy they aren't because then it would look a little cluttery. Again, the apps that you originally removed are still there. They're just in your search bar. They're just not visible on your home screen, which makes it look cleaner, and you won't have to find a app icon for each individual app, which I have done before, and it was so time consuming. But it was a few years back when I didn't know that you could remove apps from your home screen, or I think maybe that feature wasn't developed yet. Now we have it, so it's so much easier. I'm so bad with technology, so although I have done this before, it still kind of took me a while to get the swing of it. I kept clicking random buttons. Trust me guys, I know what I'm doing. So now I was at a pretty happy place and I loved it. And so now I'm going to show you guys what it looked like. It's so bright and colorful. I love it. Then from scratch, I created my wallpaper. I've been meaning to do this for a while, but I never really got the time to do it, but now I have. So one thing about me, when choosing wallpapers, I don't like wallpapers that are super bland and boring, but I also don't like wallpapers that distract from the overall app icons. So I was trying my best to find a balance between basic but detailed, and I think I did a good job. I divided my wallpaper into sections because I just thought it looked cleaner that way. And I was making sure that I was putting my sketch on my wallpaper to see if it lined up with the widgets. So at this point, I was satisfied. Make sure you follow me on all platforms, which will be down in my description. Comment down below a heart if you got this far. Make sure you drink enough water because I know you haven't. Thank you so much for watching, and this is how I took my wallpaper from looking so ugly to looking like this. I hope you guys were able to learn something today. Thank you.